It's 1 minute till showtime.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. And now, on with the show.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome in. My name's Jim. This is More Sunshine, Please, the Tuesday evening live stream. How are you? I'm way over to the side, aren't I? Coming up on the show, I'm going to eat something. I'm going to drink some coffee. We're going to play a game. I've got a top 15 list. But before we do any of that, I'd like to celebrate the first 3 people that make their way into the chat. So here we go. Let's see who's here. Okay. The most exciting moment of the show. Our gold medalist at 3:41 a.m. Jamie and or Laura. I don't remember which one that is. Paul Eichenlaub. Wait a minute. That was our gold medal winning chat entry. Paul Eichenlaub with our silver. And it's Joey's World with the bronze. Congratulations. Let's see. 3:41 a.m. Then we had 6:12 a.m. 6:31. That was a close race there. That one was close. Congratulations on your fake medals. Who else? We have Mr. Fulton Mraz, 11:24 a.m. A nice lunchtime chat. Thank you for that. And then there's Laura and or Jamie again. 2:18 p.m. Okay, I don't have to timestamp everything. There's Noah, 4:11. I did it. Keith, BDF, 6:44 p.m. Okay, that's now. All right, that's welcome in, Keith. How are you? Mar in Memphis, always a pleasure. To the polar state of Florida, indeed. I'm going to get into the weather in a moment. Wow, it's bizarre to see all that weather that's going on. Oh, okay, more in a moment. Wait a minute, what? Happy birthday. Holy moly, I don't have my birthday. Let's see. I'll give you the chimes. Happy birthday. Donna Jaworski, season's greetings. Thank you for being here. There's Paul, Keith, Donna, Lisa. There's Mary Ellen. Hello, Mary Ellen. Good to see you. I hope you're well. I hope you're warm. Michelle the Quilter. Thank you for being here. How are you? PTV, there they are. Welcome in, guys. Movie Mania Nick, how are you? Thanks for hanging out with us. I've got movie stuff coming up on the show today. I mean, I have a drive-in theater theme. I've kind of got it every show, I understand. But my top 15 list is about movies. And we may be playing a movie game a bit later because I can't get Chronophoto to work. We'll see. I'll keep checking. Wait a minute. What? 56. It is, according to my watch, also 56 degrees here in Tampa. How about that? It is not like that elsewhere. Okay, thank you all for being here. Arjons, hello. Okay, let's get into our sports. The Lions lost. Enough of that. Let's get into the weather. That is craziness. All right. I don't know if you've been paying attention. I really haven't been paying attention. Not until I got home from work today. Let's see. There is what they're calling Winter Storm Enzo. They're giving this winter storm a name. I've lived through lots of winter weather, but I never remember a winter storm having a name before. And I know this is the South and they like to name their storms. This is just different. And I don't know if it's Winter Storm Enzo for everybody or just down here in the South. I don't know. But that's what they're calling it. So now hurricanes, when they name those, it's alphabetical. It starts out like Hurricane Annie, Hurricane Bill. So Hurricane Enzo, were there 4 other named winter storms before this one that I was not aware of? I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to show you some pictures here. And this is crazy. This looks like it's Bedford Falls, but it's not. That's Houston. That is Houston, Texas today. Look at that. I am surprised that these people have enough winter garb, coats and boots and stuff to play around in this snow. It's, it looks like she's wearing the lady on the left is kind of just a fleece, but like the children, that's a coat with a hood on there. It gets cold in Texas. I understand that. All right, I guess it's not that impressive. Okay, moving on. This is New Orleans. Look at that. New Orleans pretty much shut down. A fellow teacher, somebody I work with, they were in New Orleans over the weekend, and I forget the exact circumstances. This is going to be a very truncated story. But essentially, they told her, you need to leave now because the storm is coming, and we're shutting down the airport. So, yeah. Now, a storm like Enzo, for places in the north, airports, they can handle this sort of snow. They have de-icer for the wings of the aircraft. They have salt for the runways and all of that jazz. But a place like New Orleans, they can't handle Enzo. So it doesn't take much. Doesn't take much winter storm. And I don't know if they did close the airport. I know that's what my coworker was told. I'm not sure that actually happened. Again, I just started looking at pictures after work. I don't know much of what happened, but that's New Orleans. And man, when I was in New Orleans, it was hotter than hell. This is bizarre. Mark Langenkamp, welcome in. What else do we have? We are moving east to Biloxi, Mississippi. Snow on the ground there. The storm from west to east hitting the Gulf Coast like that. So that's Biloxi, Mississippi. This is this next one is I-10 in Mobile, Alabama. That was earlier today. Little traffic, which is probably good. They don't have the plows down here that they have up north either. So hopefully everybody was driving slow enough to be safe. Do you know what I mean? Because some of these yahoos might not realize how slick the roads get. I'm not sure. We are moving east to Pensacola, Florida. This is Florida. This is the Sunshine State. And they're having fun. And they don't have snow. They don't have sleds here. They have boogie boards. So they use those for their toboggans, I guess, their sleds. I'm surprised they were able to get 4 people on one. But God bless them. Now, this picture, it might look like, it's the campus of MIT in Massachusetts. It's not. This is Georgia Tech. This is Atlanta. That's nuts. This is quite the storm. Again, it's called Winter Storm Enzo. This is it. This is from the Weather Channel's website, weather.com. And this was just from a little bit ago, right before I went live, actually. Is that D&G Explorers? Hello, Gregory. All right, we've got... it's already... That image makes it look like it's already out of Texas. So we saw a picture of Houston earlier, but this storm is moving to the east. And it's still in New Orleans. I thought I heard that New Orleans may be expecting up to 10 inches of snow. 10 inches of snow in New Orleans. It's bizarre. So there's snow still in Louisiana, Mississippi, of course, Alabama, now in Florida, in the Panhandle. We got an update from our son, who is a student in Tallahassee in the Panhandle, but further east. And he said it was raining, but it hadn't snowed yet. And that was about an hour and a half ago. But I think it's coming. I think it's on the way. I think there's an 85% chance they're going to get snow in Tallahassee, Florida. There is another map here. Where is it? Oh, this one. Yes, the blizzard warning, winter alerts. And you could see, and it's going up the East Coast there, all the way to Virginia Beach. Look at that. Is Jacksonville going to get snow? Well, there's a warning. Now, you can see it doesn't... Tampa is just below the frame here. It's we can't exactly see where the More Sunshine Please live stream studios are on this map. This map doesn't go far enough south, but as you can see, that storm warning coloration, yeah, that's a word, on this map doesn't go that far south anyway. So I guess we're not expecting snow here. But here's the deal. Florida State University, they had canceled classes for today and Wednesday. So the boy, no class, maybe online, but I think they closed the buildings up. Mom and Dad, hello. Yeah, Aiden didn't have class today, and he won't have it tomorrow. And this winter storm, I know my sister's a teacher in Detroit. They didn't have school today because of the cold. Not necessarily because of the snow, but because of how cold it is up there right now. I'll tell you what it is right now. Maybe. Let's see. It's 56 here. In Tallahassee, it is 33 degrees. And look at my phone. It shows snow, so maybe it's snowing in Tallahassee now. In Detroit, 3 degrees. 3 degrees. So, yeah. And I understand. I had a lot of hurricane days. But we have to make those up. I don't think Detroit's making up this day. I don't think they have to make it up. They're just going to get the day off, which is awesome and fun. But dangerous. I mean, those are dangerous temperatures. Let's see. If you're just joining us, welcome in. I've been flapping my gums and haven't been paying attention to the chat. Wait a minute, what? Really? A winter storm? Wow. Uh-oh. I can't get that off the screen. There we go. It froze. The storm has frozen the stream. But it's back. We're back. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right. Oh, okay. So the Detroit schools are closed through Wednesday, much like Tallahassee, just for a different reason. Wow. I never remember that. When I was a kid, we never had school canceled because it was too cold. For snow, yes, but not for the temperature itself. Speaking of temperatures, not currently yet, around 5:30 today, these were the temperatures in the southeast. So it's gotten a little colder in Tallahassee since, well, almost 2 hours ago. Mobile 23, New Orleans 27, Houston's 39. Charleston is just going to get colder as we go north, of course. Atlanta 22 degrees in Hotlanta. Oh my goodness. This is bizarre. All right. What are you going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have some coffee.
Great coffee is easy, Mrs. Olson.
Coffee's for closers only.
I set high standards for myself. I set high standards for my coffee.
Picks you up, calms you down. It's the lifeblood that drives the dreams of champions.
Welcome to the coffee break. Are you familiar with the what's it called? The Specialty Coffee Association. I wasn't until this week. The Specialty Coffee Association. They are an organization dedicated to great coffee. I guess. I don't know. So what is it called? Specialty Coffee Association has a certification program for coffee makers, like drip coffee makers. And it is the SCA Certified Home Brewer Program. And what this is, I don't know if this pertains to what I'm about to tell you, but this is just a guide to brewing good Gold Cup coffee. Gold Cup coffee is actually what this is about. Developed by coffee science experts and professional coffee tasters, this program, the Home Brewer Program by the SCA, it reviews brewers designed for in-home use to determine if they meet the rigorous requirements of brewed coffee quality as determined by the SCA. These requirements are based on decades of industry knowledge and research by the Coffee Brewing Center. I don't know what the Coffee Brewing Center is. All SCA certified brewers have met these requirements, which are based on proper water temperature, brewing time, and the ability to brew within the SCA Golden Cup recommendations. If a brewer passes all of the tests as described below and conducted by the SCA, that brewer will be recognized as an exemplary home brewer and join the shortlist of SCA certified brewers. Again, the SCA, the Specialty Coffee Association. As of 2014, the SCA has renewed its cooperation with the European Coffee Brewing Center, who also has a long-standing and reputable home brewing testing program. These programs, although serving separate markets, are aligned in both testing requirements, procedures, and rigor. Today, These organizations are together committed to the highest level of transparency and testing to promote better coffee brewing worldwide. Why do I bring this up? The SCA, the Gold Cup program, the Certified Home Brewer program. Well, we were looking for a coffee maker here for our home. We are not coffee snobs. What we did want, however, was a coffee maker, a drip coffee maker, that had as little plastic in it as possible. We wanted something with stainless steel or with copper or whatever they can make a drip coffee maker with. I'll tell you, there's not a lot out there. And we didn't want to break the bank. But I found a few that had limited plastic in them. And we ended up getting a coffee brewer for ourselves. It came yesterday, and I haven't had any coffee made from it until right now. I'm about to take my first sip. And unbeknownst to me, when I ordered it, or when I researched things, as it turns out, this particular coffee maker that we purchased is part of this. It is SCA certified. It is part of the Gold Cup. Like, we've got a legit good coffee maker. I just wanted one without a lot of plastic. So it is, the company is Zwilling, you know, the knife maker from Germany. They make a drip coffee maker. And as far as these Gold Cup coffee makers go, I mean, there was one for like $350. I think we got the cheapest one. I mean, I didn't plan any of this. I didn't know about the Gold Cup program, but here we go in the More Sunshine Please mug, which, you know, it's not a Orlando guy mug that makes your coffee taste 38% better. Actually, this makes your coffee taste 38% better too. Rachel Fithian, welcome in. All right, here we go. My first sip of coffee from the new coffee maker. Oh, that is smooth. Now, it's a little cold here, and I made this about 25 minutes ago. So it's not as hot as it could be. It's still hot, but it's not fresh from the pot hot. Oh. Let's see. What does Keith say? You need a 24-karat gold coffee cup to drink. Well, do you have one? No. Okay. Yeah, this is good. It it said it was going to make the way it brews. It was going to make for a smoother cup of coffee. I don't know. I'm not an aficionado. I like coffee, but I don't know if I can taste the difference between this and our Keurig. I'm sure I could if I did it side by side. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do side by side because I'm gonna, and I'll try it that way. I know I'm going back and forth here. I'll do that someday. But this is great. I'm happy with this. What now? We have a 38.5%. Wow. I don't know. Maybe. What? I don't. All right, where are we? Okay, let's by the way, that's it. Perhaps I'll show you my new coffee maker someday. But it's Zwilling. I think they only make one. So if you're interested, you could see it there. But I'm not prepared. I don't have anything. I don't have pictures of it or anything. All right. Let's do this. Let me take a quick intermission. And we'll be back. And, I have Pringles to eat. A new style of Pringle I was excited about. So let's do that. I'll see you in 21 seconds.
A cup of whipped hot chocolate tastes great right now. Carnation's Cocoa Supreme, the delicious hot chocolate drink with the light, delicate flavor you like. Wouldn't a good hot cup taste good right now? Ask for a cup of whipped hot chocolate at our snack bar.
Welcome back. Perhaps you can see this can of Pringles here with the logo in flames. What does that mean, right? Means I'm about to eat some spicy Pringles. Are you familiar with the show Hot Ones? It's an internet talk show, interview segment. What's the anyway, Sean Evans is the host. He interviews celebrities as they eat progressively more hot chicken wings. Well, apparently they have a thing with Pringles, and they had a couple different flavors. There was this one, which is the barbacoa variety of their hot sauce. They make their own hot sauce. There was also a verde. It's okay. I don't like the green sauces as much. For some reason, I thought that would pop. Anyway, I'm also not one that loves to challenge himself with how hot he can eat things. I like a little kick to the things I eat, but I'm pretty certain that these aren't the hottest of the hot. As a matter of fact, I think this is maybe mid-range as far as heat scale goes. Their barbacoa sauce, the Los Calientes. Down there you can see it. Well, it kind of smells like Tabasco. Here we go. Oh, immediately hot. But not too hot for me anyway. Again, I don't think I could do the hottest of the hot. Well, there it is in the throat now. But manageable in my case. I don't think my wife would like this. I like those. It's got a good flavor. It's got a good smoky flavor to it. Sorry. It's got a good smoky flavor to it. And I'll enjoy those with a soda. You know? With some Coke Zero. That'll be better. Although, coffee's great, but I don't know if it pairs as well with the Pringles. All right. I'm glad those were good. I mean, I had two, and it's still lingering, but manageable. I'm happy about that. I wouldn't like it nearly as much as if it were challenging me. You know what I mean? I don't flavor over, heat. I was trying to think of a different word. Okay, as I mentioned before, I could not get Chronophoto to load. Can anybody tell me, can you open up another tab on your computer and tell me if chronophoto.app.game is it loading for you? I've tried 2 different computers and it's not loading. I'm thinking Winter Storm Enzo has something to do with this. And I will wait for your comments here. Let's see. Right, Rachel? Nor am I. And it's I'm not enjoying my food. I'm tolerating it. You know, I don't want to do that. I want to enjoy it. Yeah, Chronophoto's not working here today. Maybe next week. Instead, I've got a backup. And we haven't done this in a long time. But the game Framed, in which they show us a frame from a movie, and we have to guess what the movie is. If we don't get it right for the first frame, they show us another one. And I think they show you 7 until they give you the answer. So we can do that. I don't think Chronophoto's happening today. Dean, welcome in the live place. Oh, it's Joey's World. They like Framed. I haven't done it here in a long time, and they have a new one every day. Yes, it opens for me but no photos. So something's going on there at Chronophoto HQ. So we'll try again next week. Crow, no photos. Oh, well played. That was good. I like that. It's been a while since we were framed. That's another rim shot. You guys are killing it today. Okay. Oh, Noah's back. Welcome back, Noah. All right. Let's see. I've got to present this. Here we go. All right. I think I'm doing it correctly. And there we go. Okay, so this picture, this is a frame from a movie. We have to guess what movie it is. Immediately, can I zoom in on it more? Do you guys need that? Or zooming in too much, is that ruining it? This looks like a house on stilts or a shack of some sort on stilts. It's at night. It looks like it's on a beach, maybe. I see a telephone pole. Or maybe it's a telegraph pole. I don't know. Unlike Chronophoto, I can't zoom in and look around this picture. Brandy and or Dave, welcome in. Thanks for hanging out. Oh, Dean says The Killing Fields. Oh, I've never seen that. I'll type it in. We'll give that a shot. All right. Down here. So we type in our answer. And by the way, there is a library of movies they have. So if I start typing in The Killing Fields and it doesn't pop up as an option, it's probably not The Killing Fields. Well, nothing popped up. Oh, wait a minute. There it is. It was just slow. All right, I'm going to give this a try. Submit. I guess it was not The Killing Fields. Okay, so here's our second frame. This is from a movie, and I don't know if it's a recent movie or it's from many years ago. But it looks like this is California. I'm looking at the billboard up there, KCAL 9 News. We are in front of a tire shop. Actually, it's Complete Car Service. Oh, it's Arnie's. How about that? What do you know? Arnie's Complete Car Service. Now, I still don't know what movie this is. Let me go back to the chat here. Ooh, Lethal Weapon. He did live on the beach, but he lived in a He lived in a trailer, didn't he? Or an RV? Like Jim Rockford? No? That's a good guess. Lethal Weapon? The bus that couldn't slow down. Wait a minute. Is that, what was the name of it? Speed? Is this Speed? Why was that place on fire? Speed? All right. Well, we'll try it. We'll try Speed. I don't know. I saw that movie once. Ooh, is Speed not in their database? I'll try it anyway. It was not Speed. Oh, wait a minute. This looks familiar. This is a... is this a David Lynch movie? Is this Lost Highway? This looks like the opening credit sequence to Lost Highway, or what I remember that to be. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, Speed was not Mark's guess. Anybody else have a guess here? Otherwise, I'll go Lost Highway. I think that was the name of it. Again, that was a movie I saw one time in theaters. Trying to think of who was in that movie. That Australian actress. I can't think of her name. I know this is fascinating when I'm trying to think of things I cannot think of. She was married to Liev Schreiber. Cannot remember her. It doesn't matter. I'm going to type in Lost Highway. I think it might be that. Lost Highway. It's up there. This might be it. Submit. Hey, what happened? Does that mean we got it? Did I get it correct? Why can't I do anything? I can't move. Oh, I got it. All right. Well, that was it. I win. We win. Let's take a look at the other pictures. There's Robert Blake. That's right. He was in this. One of his final roles before, those other things happened in his life. Robert Loggia, I do not remember him in the movie. Frankly, I don't remember what the movie's about. Patricia Arquette and Lone Star. What's his name? Oh, man, I can't think of his name either. What is going on? So we get 6 pictures. You know who's not shown is the Australian actress I was trying to think of. And this guy. He was in Independence Day and A League of Their Own. I just can't think of his name. Oh, well, that was Chronophoto. Now, I don't think we can play another game, or can we? Now, they have one game a day, but I haven't played this in a long time, so there should be a bunch banked up. How do I... Oh, more... No, I don't want... I want this. Random movie. I don't know what I'm looking at. What are all these numbers? I just wanted to play Framed again. Oh, is this it? Hey, wait a minute. All right, I think we're playing again. Okay, this looks animated. And I see a rabbit, or a bunny, or a bunny rabbit. Is this a Disney movie? Is this the Disney movie I'm thinking of? I don't think it is. Because I don't remember a nighttime scene with a little bunny like that. When I first saw... Bill Pullman, thank you, everybody. Why couldn't I remember that? Yes, PTV that's what I was thinking, Zootopia, but I don't remember a nighttime scene like this. And we've watched that movie a lot here. At the beginning, when Judy Hopps, is that her name? When she's a bunny, she's in a play and she's dressed. This bunny does not have clothes on. She was at a carnival, right? Where she stole back the carnival tickets. Now, maybe that's not Judy Hopps, but man, it looks like her. All right, I'm just going to type it in. Well, there it is. It's in the database. We'll try it. Submit. Oh, it was Zootopia. All right, that was easier than I thought. Next picture would have been this. Okay, yeah. She's hunched over a bit there. I wouldn't necessarily have gotten it from this, but those are the different areas of Zootopia. The winter area and the desert area, right? Oh, and the murder board, or whatever they called it in the movie. I don't think they called it that. I'd be surprised if they did. Oh, yeah, and Flash, 100-yard dash. And, yes, of course, Zootopia. All right, can we play this one more time? Back to the archives. Oh, I see. These numbers are all different games, right? Well, let's try 1046. Okay. Is this a Western? We've got an old-timey train pulling into an old-timey train station. Tucumcari? I don't know what that is. Is this a spaghetti Western? It looks very grainy. This image looks very grainy. I just like saying grainy. I don't know a ton of Westerns, especially like spaghetti Westerns. I haven't seen a lot of those. But if I had to guess, and I do because that's the nature of the game, I'm going to say that this is perhaps, I don't know, name any spaghetti Western. I really don't have a clue what this could be. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Let's say that. 210 to Yuma? Really? Blazing Saddles? I like that guess. Let's see. Hey, Chris, welcome in. We couldn't play Chrono Photo today, so we're playing Framed a few times. This is our last one. But I like it. I got the previous one right away. Oh, was it 310 to Yuma? I never saw that, nor did I see the remake of that. Jeff, welcome in. How you doing? I'll type in 310 to Yuma. What the heck? 3:10. Oh, there it is. Submit. It was not that. Well, now I'm leaning closer to Blazing Saddles. Oh my goodness. Is this Blazing Saddles? I don't remember the name of that town, though. Rock Ridge, right? It wasn't whatever was on that, whatever this is. Anybody? I do not know. And I can't make out the sign in front of, I assume this is a hotel, saloon, / casino, / pub, whatever. But it looks like in the middle here, there's a guy dressed in black. Like he's the bad guy, right? And maybe this is his gang of outlaws. And the obligatory hand railing above the door on the second level of this establishment where a bad guy can get shot and fall through and down to the dirt street. Let's see. Wagons East. Was that the is that the Chris Farley movie? I never saw it. Is this the newer version of The Magnificent Seven? Well, Mark says for a few dollars more. I'm going to lean toward an older movie just because these images are so grainy. For a few dollars more, I'll try that. For a few dollars more. There it is. All right. Did we get it? You got it. What else is here? That's a Clint Eastwood one, right? Yeah, there he is. So it is a spaghetti western, right? With that guy. And this scene. Yeah. All right. Well done, Mark. Good job. All right. Let's go back to this. All right. Let's take a break. I have another intermission to go. When we come back, I've got a top 15 list about movies. So where are we? Oh, yeah. Here we are. I'll see you in about 40 seconds.
Here's the way we quench our thirst, quench our thirst, quench our thirst. Here's the way we quench our thirst. At the refreshment counter, now's the time to yum, 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 yum. Now's the time to yum, yum, yum. At the refreshment counter, popcorn, drinks, and candy too, candy too, candy too. Popcorn, drinks, and candy too. At the refreshment counter, at the refreshment counter, at the refreshment counter.
Welcome back. I was just getting everything ready for the top 15 list. Today is the anniversary of the release of the Disney film Freaky Friday. Where is it? I've got it. It was in my thumbnail, but I've got it here without me in the way. Freaky Friday was released on this day back in 1978. Now I don't remember. I remember seeing this in the theater. I remember seeing this movie, being taken to the theater and seeing this. So, have I seen it since? I have not. But it has that memory for me. I used Freaky Friday to come up with today's top 15 list. These aren't the top 15. These are 15 movies that have a day of the week in their title. And what I did was I took 2 from each day of the week. 7 days of the week. Well, that's 14. So I needed a 15th, and that's where Freaky Friday comes in. So at number 15 is Freaky Friday. And if you are not familiar, oh, wait a minute. This says it's from 1976. So that would make it 49? Or was it filmed in 76? Anyway, I don't know. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Freaky Friday is a fantasy comedy film directed by Gary Nelson. The film stars Jodie Foster and Barbara Harris in the lead roles. John Astin, Patsy Kelly, and Dick Van Patten are featured in supporting roles. In the film, a mother and her daughter switch their bodies, and they get a taste of each other's lives. The cause of the switch is left unexplained in this film, but it occurs on Friday the 13th when Ellen and Annabelle, the 2 characters, they're in different places and they say about each other at the same time, quote, "I wish I could switch places with her for just one day," unquote. And then they do. And the movie was big enough of a hit to warrant a remake many years later with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. And I think there were others. I think there are foreign films that were remakes of this. I think what I remember of it was fun. And Jodie Foster, a young actress at the time, did a really great job. She was and always has been a really great actor. And Barbara Harris is funny. And yeah, so at number 15 is Freaky Friday. Now, I'm going to start with, after this now, 2 movies with Sunday in the title. And let me just say, because these aren't my top 15 movies, I haven't seen most of these. But there weren't a lot to choose from for some of these days. So Sunday, let's start here. At number 14, we've got Bloody Sunday, a 2002 film written and directed by Paul Greengrass, based around the 1972 Bloody Sunday shootings in Derry, North Ireland. This was produced as a TV film, but it did premiere at the Sundance Film Festival on January 16th, 2002. So it was a TV movie, but it was a movie. It was a theatrical movie, too. At least it was at the Sundance Film Festival. All right, next is a movie I did see when it was released in theaters. At number 13 is Any Given Sunday. This was from 1999. It was directed by Oliver Stone. It depicts a fictional professional American football team. Huge cast, including Al Pacino, Cameron Diaz, Dennis Quaid, Jamie Foxx, James Woods, LL Cool J, Anne Margaret, Matthew Modine, John C. McGinley, and I don't remember this, but Charlton Heston was in this. I think he was the owner. Was Charlton Heston Cameron Diaz's father? Maybe I'm wrong about that. There were also two former NFL players that starred in this movie, Jim Brown and Lawrence Taylor. So that was fun. I remember enjoying that movie, but I haven't seen it since it was released in 1999. What are you going to do? All right, that was Sunday. Let's move to Monday. At number 12, we have a movie called What Happened to Monday, also known as Seven Sisters, I guess depending on where you live. This is a 2017 dystopian science fiction action thriller film directed by Tommy Wirkola. I'm not familiar with him. The film stars Noomi Rapace. I don't know if that's how you say her name, but that's her. And you can see 6 other images of her, I guess, playing sisters, which is why this movie was called Seven Sisters in certain places. This was released theatrically in Europe and Asia. That's why. With Netflix distributing the film in the United States, the UK, and Latin America in 2017. This film received mixed reviews from critics. Again, it was a movie with Monday in the title. There wasn't a ton to choose from. Let's go to the next one. Monday, Stormy Monday. I never saw this one either. This is a 1988 neo-noir thriller film written and directed by Mike Figgis in his feature film directorial debut. Stars Melanie Griffith, Sean Bean, Tommy Lee Jones, and Sting. The film follows an Irishman living in Newcastle upon Tyne, where he becomes embroiled in an American businessman's plot to acquire a prominent jazz club. Writer-director Figgis also composed the film's jazz score. How about that? A man of many talents. Tuesday, at number 10, we've got Black Tuesday. Now, I didn't have this originally. Originally, I had this movie, which I could only find images with this movie being called Beyond Ashes. It's also known, apparently, as Ash Tuesday, but I could not find an image, like a movie poster or anything, with Ash Tuesday on there. So I felt I needed to come up with a more legit Tuesday movie. So I replaced it with this one, Black Tuesday. Which stars Edward G. Robinson. And I don't know much about this other than I think it's from the 50s, and it involves a prison escape. And I think Edward G. Robinson is a death row inmate, if I remember, and he escapes from prison on the day of his execution, or something silly like that. Also starring Peter Graves and Gene Parker. That's all I know about that. All right, what else do we have, Jim? Okay, let me get it ready. Here it is. Another Tuesday movie. At number 9 on our list is If It's Tuesday, This Must Be Belgium. This is a 1969 American romantic comedy directed by Mel Stewart. The movie was filmed on location throughout Europe and featured cameo appearances. The film stars Suzanne Pleshette, Ian McShane, Mildred Natwick, Murray Hamilton, Michael Constantine, and Norman Fell. Hey, that's Mr. Roper, right? The humorous adventures of a group of American tourists taking an 18-day guided bus tour of 9 European countries. That's what this movie is about. By the way, this movie is directed by Mel Stewart. Do you know what else Mel Stewart directed? I'll give you 3 seconds. Mel Stewart directed Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory just 2 years later. So, how about that? All right. Moving on. Oh, I forgot to load some things here. Oh, we're at number 8, right? I think I'm ready. I think I've got this. All right, number 8 is I Loved You Wednesday. This is a 1933 American comedy drama film directed by Henry King and William Cameron Menzies, adapted from the 1932 play of the same name by Molly Ricardel and William Dubois. The film stars Warren Baxter, Elisa Landy, Victor Jory, and Miriam Jordan. I've heard of none of those people. The film was released on June 16, 1933 by Fox. Vicki Meredith, a ballet student in Paris, meets and falls for a fellow American and aspiring architect, Randall Williams. Sometime into the relationship, she discovers he already has a wife back home. Angered by this, she abandons Paris and heads for South America, as one does, where she meets engineer Philip Fletcher and falls in love before he then leaves to work on the Boulder Dam. In America, she encounters Philip again, as well as Randall and his wife. What is going on? I Loved You Wednesday, 1933. Next up, number 7, another Wednesday movie. This one is called Big Wednesday. This is a 1978 American epic coming-of-age buddy sports comedy drama film directed by John Milius. It was written by Milius and somebody else. It is loosely based on their own experiences at Malibu, California. The picture stars Jan Michael Vincent, William Catt, and Gary Busey as California surfers facing life and the Vietnam War against the backdrop of their love of surfing. Now, I read this about this movie and about John Milius in particular. Milius and his friends George Lucas and Steven Spielberg famously agreed to exchange a percentage point of Big Wednesday, Star Wars, and Close Encounters of the Third Kind prior to the release of the 3 films throughout 1977-78. Spielberg, in particular, was certain that Big Wednesday was going to be a box office hit, opining it was like, quote, American Graffiti meets Jaws, unquote, 2 of the decade's most successful films. Now, the 3 of those guys agreed to exchange a percentage point of their movies. I don't need to tell you Star Wars and Close Encounters were huge hits. Big Wednesday, not so much. So I think John Milius really made out on that bet. Milius went on to find fame more as a writer rather than a director. He did a couple of Dirty Harry movies, maybe Lethal Weapon, and others. So he's had success since Big Wednesday. Not so Big Wednesday, I suppose. All right, number 6. We are, Thursday. This is It Happens Every Thursday. This is a 1953 American comedy film directed by Joseph Pevney. Not familiar. And starring Loretta Young, John Forsythe, and Frank McHugh. A New York couple takes over a small-town newspaper. The title, It Happens Every Thursday, comes from a line and a trope within the film in which their printing press breaks down every Thursday on printing day. Okay, so it happens every Thursday. I get it. I saw a movie called It Happens Every Spring. It's about baseball. I saw that in college. I think it's the one where the guy develops a formula that makes wood repel, where it repels wood. So he puts this solution on a baseball, and he becomes a major league pitcher. So the baseball repels the wood of the bats, and nobody can hit him. So he cheats the whole time. All right. What's next? Well, second Thursday film. Again, I haven't seen most of these. Number 5 on our list, The Great Scout and Cat House Thursday. This is a 1976 comedy western film directed by Don Taylor, starring Lee Marvin, Oliver Reed, Robert Culp, Elizabeth Ashley, Strother Martin, and Sylvia Miles. The movie, what's it about? 3 prospectors confront their ex-partner who 15 years earlier ran off with all the gold from their mine, and they also plan to kidnap his wife. Okay, that's weird. Strange. Okay, Friday. Now, when looking for movies, Friday clearly had the most... Friday was in the most movie titles. You had Friday the 13th and Friday the 13th Part 2. You know what I mean. I've got a couple here. And again, I've seen none of these. At number 4 on the list is the movie Friday, and it actually has a couple of sequels. It's a trilogy, and they all have the word Friday in the title. Friday is a 1995 American buddy comedy film directed by F. Gary Gray and written by Ice Cube and DJ Pooh. The first installment in the Friday trilogy. It stars Ice Cube, Chris Tucker, Nia Long, Regina King, Bernie Mac, and John Witherspoon. In the film, unemployed friends Craig Jones and Smokey face troubles after becoming indebted to a drug dealer while also contending with the neighborhood bully in South Central L.A. That's the first movie, Friday. I don't know what the other two are about, other than it looks like the third movie, Friday After Next, is a Christmas movie. That's what it looks like to me right there. But I don't know. I've never seen that. Number 3 on the list is a classic Friday film that I've never seen. His Girl Friday is a 1940 American screwball comedy film directed by Howard Hawks. It stars Cary Grant and Rosalind Russell. Features Ralph Bellamy and Gene Lockhart. The plot centers on a newspaper editor named Walter Burns, who is about to lose his ace reporter and ex-wife, Hildy Johnson, newly engaged to another man. Burns suggests they cover one more story together, getting themselves entangled in the case of murderer Earl Williams as Burns desperately tries to win back his wife. I remember hearing about this in college, in a number of screwball comedies, but I have just never seen it. But it's a classic, right? I mean, I've heard of it. I've just never seen it. All right, Saturday. Again, here we go. Number 2, we had a lot of Saturday movies as well. Saturday Night Fever, 77. Directed by John Badham. It stars John Travolta, as we all know, as Tony Manero, a young Italian-American man who spends his weekends dancing and drinking at a local discotheque while dealing with social tensions and disillusionment in his working-class ethnic neighborhood in Brooklyn. This was released in 1977. It was rated R. As a cash grab, the movie studio wanted to re-release it as a recut as a as a PG movie. There was no PG-13 at the time. And I remember going to the drive-in. Speaking of my drive-in theme here, I remember going to the drive-in to see Saturday Night Fever. I mean, it was shortly after Star Wars, which was culturally relevant, as was Saturday Night Fever. And I would say this about Saturday Night Fever. Its soundtrack sold more than the Star Wars soundtrack. 40 million copies. Culturally significant. I think Congress said so. So Saturday Night Fever, the thing is, the MPAA or some organization wouldn't allow 2 versions of the same movie to be released at the same time. So they couldn't have the R-rated movie and the PG version of it in theaters at the same time. As a matter of fact, they had to wait 90 days. So they had to take the original Saturday Night Fever, the R-rated version, out of theaters before they could release the PG version of the film. And I remember going to the drive-in to see that. And if I'm not mistaken, it was a double bill with Grease. Maybe I am mistaken, but I think I'm right about that. Does anybody else remember that? I do, like it was yesterday. Not really. I don't remember it like it was yesterday. But I think I remember it like it was a long time ago. Finally on our list, this is a movie, another Saturday movie, number one on the list, but not necessarily number one. I talked about this not too long ago. This is a movie called Saturday Night. It's the most recently released movie on this list. Written and directed by Jason Reitman. Also written by Gil Keenan, apparently. This was released in theaters briefly. I saw it on Prime, I believe. And this is, I'll just read you what I copied and pasted. This is a 2024 American biographical comedy drama film directed by Jason Reitman about the night of the 1975 premiere of NBC's Saturday Night, later known as Saturday Night Live. The film stars an ensemble cast portraying the various Saturday Night Live cast and crew, led by Gabriel LaBelle as the show's creator and producer Lorne Michaels. Also stars Rachel Sennott, Ella Hunt, Dylan O'Brien, Lamorne Morris, Finn Wolfhard is in the cast as he's one of the Stranger Things kids, and he plays a page, an NBC page. He's not in it much, but he's in it. Willem Dafoe, Matthew Rhys, and J.K. Simmons are also in this movie, and I thought it was pretty good. And I don't think it was shot in real time. I'm pretty certain it wasn't, but it's a 90-minute film, and it covers the 90 minutes before that first show went on the air. So it's like it's in real time, but it's edited together, and certainly I think they filmed it out of sequence. So how could it be? Okay. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That was my top 15 list. I had to come up with something, but I like that. I like movies, so a list about movies is okay by me. All right. I want to thank you all for being here and joining me. I'm sorry we couldn't play Chronophoto, but maybe next week. I'll keep checking. I will see you around the YouTube chat rooms. Thank you for being here. I'll be back next week with another show. Until then, thank you and good night.
And now, folks, it's time to say goodnight. We sincerely appreciate your patronage and hope we've succeeded in bringing you an enjoyable evening of entertainment. Please drive home carefully and come back again soon. Good night.